Oh, it's a happy day. You might be asking yourself, Gabe, why is it a happy day? Why are you so happy? Well, I got a request to talk about video games. Someone actually asked me what I thought about video games, and I get to do that today. That's really cool to me, and thank you to that person who requested that I talk about video games. There's a lot of games coming out supposedly for next gens, a lot of them being PlayStation games, and I'm hyped. Today's my top 5 upcoming games. Let's get into it. Welcome, all fellow wannabes. Welcome to the channel. I am Gabriel Fast. I do claim to be the Wannabe Critic. This is Wannabe Critic Productions. There's a lot of things we do here. Podcast discussions, reviews, interviews, the whole lot. Today it's just me, your host, your leader of sorts, I would say, Gabriel Fast, aka the Wannabe Critic. I did get a request from someone to talk about what my top 5 upcoming games for next gen are going to be. A lot of games that are out right now are coming out. We already have Spider-Man out. Cyberpunk is coming out soon, and that's on a lot of people's list. Obviously, the new Souls game is out. There's a lot of things that have come out already, but what a lot of people aren't talking about is the things that we just kind of briefly saw from, PlayStation's press conference before the PlayStation even really came out. Obviously, there's a lot of big ones that are out there, but I tried to really think about which games looked the most interesting to me during that press conference, and I made a little video about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. My top 5 most anticipated games for 2021 and 2022. Next gen is in fact in full swing, and PS5 and Xbox Series X are here. We've had a lot of great games come to the consoles so far. I'm more interested in the PlayStation side of things, and I haven't forgotten about all those cool games they showed off before the PS5 even came out. So without further ado, let's get into my top 5 most anticipated games for the PlayStation 5 so far. Coming in at number 5, Bethesda Game Studios, the RPG titans, have been teasing us with this one for a long time. The ever-elusive Starfield that seems to have no footage, but's been in development forever. I'm just as frustrated as you. I would love to see more about this game. Takes the number 5 spot. But make no mistake, I'm still hyped. Coming in at number 4 is Pragmata, which, you're going to kind of see a theme here with all these games I'm excited for. We don't know really anything about this, but, it looks like a similar kind of typical Sony formula. We have a father figure and a daughter figure making their way through, some strange world and have to overcome insurmountable odds so that they can grow together for the better, and we get to experience that as players. I wish we knew more about this game. It's right up my alley. It looks like, weird sci-fi type stuff, and I'm really down for it. It's a shame we have to wait till 2022, but hopefully with any luck we'll get some more information about the game soon. God, it's gorgeous. Coming in at number 3 is a game, yes, that we know very little about, but it's from Annapurna Interactive and Blue 12, set in somewhat of a dystopian future where it seems to be, there's no other life around. Looks like it's all robots. Maybe Skynet truly took over finally. We seem to be playing as a cat, and it seems to me like they're trying to get across somewhat of maybe a journey or, dare I say, Abzu type vibe where we might be making our way through the world. I'm super interested. I'm a big cat fan. I own 4 of them. I love cats. The thought of having to traverse a dystopian future as a cat, we have very little information about what it is, but it sounds like it might be right up my alley. So hopefully I can vicariously live my kitty dreams in Stray, which comes out 2021 to PS4 and PS5 exclusively. It is, in fact, a PlayStation console exclusive. Coming in at number 2 is a game that I think most fans are very eager to learn more about and really get their hands on. From Polyphony Digital, they've returned with Gran Turismo 7. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hoping that this one will be much better than the last few that have come out. Not saying that they were horrible or anything like that, but it feels like Gran Turismo really has been living in the shadow of Forza Motorsport for quite some time. So I'm really hoping to see a return to form for Polyphony Digital. Coming in at the number 1 spot for my most anticipated game is in fact Horizon Forbidden West. After just beating the game a few months ago, I was very eager to get my hands on as more as possible. And with the vistas that were available and the things to do, it looks like Horizon's shaping up to be even a better game than the first one was. No doubt Aloy's story is going to be continuing, but we're also no doubt going to get more information as to what happened to the world after the events of the first game. With a game as big as Horizon, it felt like it was actually relatively confined, so I'm hoping they don't make the world too big. I'm hoping they give us basically kind of the exact same experience that we got, just updated and more detailed. They really did such a good job with the first game, and it's clear that Guerrilla has a specific direction that they are trying to go with Horizon 2, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. An RPG sci-fi game we know nothing about, a weird story sci-fi game probably that we know nothing about, a kitty, some race cars, and basically realizing that Horizon totally ripped off Zoids. Those are my top 5 upcoming games that I'm most hyped for PS5. So as you can see, a lot of the games that I'm actually really curious about and really excited for and I want to learn more about, we don't really know anything about them yet, other than they look interesting. Of course, with games that are as far out as that, it's hard to say how good they're going to be or how much they will change, or even if at this point in time, because of COVID, if they're even going to get finished. I am excited to see what Pragmata has to offer. I want to learn more about Starfield. Is Starfield basically just going to be Skyrim in space? Because that would be awesome. You know what I mean? I think we know what Gran Turismo is probably going to be going for, and it's sad to say, feel like Forza kind of piggybacked off of the, not demise, but just maybe the shortcomings of what Gran Turismo lacked. And now I feel like, with the DualSense controller kind of moving its way in, I feel like potentially Gran Turismo could be the simulator to play simply because of the DualSense controller. So I am excited to see what happens. Stray, it looks like an adorable idea. If Stray doesn't speak to you, I don't know if we can be friends, and I'm sorry, but being able to explore the city as a cute little critter, what else could you really ask for? Obviously, Horizon is going to be a breakout hit. It's going to do well. I'm hoping that it kind of has the Uncharted 2 effect. You go back and you play Uncharted 1, you're like, okay, this is all right, and then you go to Uncharted 2 and you're like, wow, okay, this is awesome. I want that to kind of be the same effect that we had with Horizon. Horizon didn't really do it for me at first whenever I first started playing the game back whenever it released in 2017, and I waited a few years to actually finish it. I did get the Platinum Trophy. I said that a few times. But it was exciting to see, quite a bit of footage during that press conference. And it's exciting to see that it's coming to PS4 too. A lot of people complain about the whole cross-gen thing. Here's the thing. That's a good thing that it's available on more platforms. I don't understand why people are mad about that. Like, more people are going to get to enjoy a thing like Horizon 2 Forbidden West, so why are you upset about it? I just don't understand. But anyways, I digress. Starfield, Pragmata, Stray, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West. Those are going to be the games I'm looking for in the next year or two. I have such a big backlog from last gen that I feel like I need to focus on those things first, as well as the new stuff that I do have. I did just buy a PC, in fact, so I've been, PC gaming a little bit, doing a little bit of, the Old Republic and, Rocket League. Very little, though, and honestly, I've been really busy doing a bunch of other stuff. I've been focusing more on the podcasting content because that's been a lot of fun to work on, but I'm looking forward to doing more gaming content, more, content like this, and really just kind of giving my thoughts. I have, kind of restructuring the whole idea. Make sure you're staying, tuned, because you kind of have a broad idea of what we're trying to do here, and I'm excited for where the channels are going at this point. So there's that. Whatever possessed you to check out the podcast or the YouTube channel today, I just want to say thank you so much for doing so. If this is your first time here, I would appreciate it, if you would consider subscribing. As you can tell, it's not just me here anymore. I do stuff by myself, but the podcast is going to reside here from now on, in video form. So if you want to see more content, if you want to be notified, every time we post something, whether it be a clip, a podcast, a review, an interview, whatever it may be, if it's gaming stuff, make sure you click that bell and hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Thanks for sticking around, and thank you for preparing yourselves for a plethora of hot takes and potentially unpopular opinions. I'm Gabriel Fast. I will always be the wannabe critic.